Blue Rev. What does that mean? What is a Blue Rev? I don't know, but it's probably their best album. Don't you guys think? It's pretty good. Yeah, so I reacted to this. When did I do this? This was, oh, it's in my live streams. Hold on. This had to be about 4 months ago. Blue Rev, April. Yep. April 20th, almost exactly 4 months ago. Yeah, so for this album, I don't go back to all of the tracks, but I go back to a good amount of them. For 14 tracks, there's like a lot of bangers on here. So let's go ahead and go track by track on this one. Pharmacist, kicking things off properly with the noisy, shoegazy track that kind of showcases a newer songwriting sensibility as well that you'll see in other stuff down the road. You got the progressive production with catchy hooks, and it's out the door. Whoops, before the 3-minute mark. A lot of short tracks on here. Kind of has like a weird punk aesthetic, even though it's more of like a noise pop shoegaze album. Easy on Your Own. This song makes much more sense after hearing and sitting with the full album. Very subtle melody work here, and just more interesting shoegazy guitar interplay. It's very pleasant. After the Earthquake, it's got a bit of that like War on Drugs flavor here. Not a favorite on the album, but it's still a pretty solid entry, I would say. Tom Verlaine, I really enjoy the guitar work here. More subtle hooks as well. A nice mix of the twee with shoegaze. Pressed has a lot of fun energy with that kind of darker post-punk revival composition and a nice psyche outro, and it's only 2 minutes. Pretty good. Many Mirrors. This was a grower. It's a little more understated at first, especially after Pressed. But it's a nice, softer, sweeter track in the writing and like more noisy in the playing, which is really great contrast, I feel. Very Online Guy. An enjoyable track, but like the tongue-in-cheek nature makes it kind of stick out compared to some of the other songs here, but like sick synth work though. Very nice. Velveteen is one of my 3 favorites here. Great strong showcase of everything they're toying with on this album. Noisy, synthy, hooky, surprising, just great stuff. And then Tile by Tile, another favorite. I love the subdued energy here, and the instrumental is super vibey. Great lyrics over this as well. Pomeranian Spinster, it's the Plimsoll punks of this album, and it's fun. I think punks may be better, but this fits into the album surprisingly well. I think it's maybe a bit better than Very Online Guy. Belinda Says is like possibly like the centerpiece of the album. It further explores what Pharmacist set up, but like properly climaxes with that fantastic half step key change from E to F, and it's like it feels like it's weird. Like when you key change to like, you know, the fourth or something, it almost sounds more natural, and you're like, oh, we floated in. But the way that they shift on these chords, it goes from like I think like a B major like up to a C major and then down to F, and it just feels like you really worked for it, even though it's only half a step difference. It's remarkable. It's a sublime track, one of always best, I think. Bored in Bristol. The beginning of a somewhat kind of flat come down for the album after a strong middle. Not bad, but not remarkable. It's probably my least favorite on the album next to Very Online Guy. And then Lottery Noises, it sort of echoes Tom Verlaine and other more introspective tracks, but it kind of lacks the punch that those tracks had. Again, it's like not bad, but not remarkable. Better than Bored in Bristol. And then Fourth Figure, it could have been like more melodic, but I really like what they were trying to go for here. I love very like, you know, synth stringy, sentimental outros. I've talked about that on the Chameleons videos as well. I'm always a sucker for that as an album closer. But yeah, so favorites would be Pharmacist, Velveteen, Tile by Tile, and Belinda Says, with shout outs to Easy on Your Own, Tom Verlaine, Maybe Pressed, Many Mirrors, and then Fourth Figure. It's a pretty good album. It's a good pop album, everybody. It's definitely different than their other stuff. They were definitely more jangly and dreamy on previous things, more twee as well in general. They've kind of leaned harder on, I wouldn't say punk aesthetics, but they definitely bring that energy through in a shoegazy kind of way that they didn't as much on previous albums. And it was worth the wait. I was thinking for a while, it's like, we're kind of due for an Alvvays album. Where have they been? And this was absolutely fantastic. So I'm eager to see where they go next. I have no idea what could possibly be on the horizon for them, but I am going to keep my ears peeled for it. So yeah, that's my follow-up for Blue Rev. Hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, thank you for watching, and Godspeed.